Great game, had that string of turnovers at a really bad time. How does this keep happening?
I wish I could tell you to answer that question. It's like you said, it's like the same old record playing, and some of them are just honestly. I said it the other night with the way we played, just ridiculous turnovers where you act like we watch our team. It's like, I mean, what are they not seeing out there? It's not like we're scripting offense plays where they just passes and dribbling off at half court, plays like that. That's nothing to do with Auburn. That's us. You know, where we dribble up. Josiah loses the ball there with Eve right there, and I don't understand that. You know, we turn down a three, go in and lose the ball at the end of the game, things like that. You got to get shots, and we talked about it. But with that said, I thought for 27, 28 minutes we played the way we think we're capable of. But it's not a 27 or 28-minute game. It's a 40-minute game. And until we understand that and realize that it's ball security has hurt us all year, it'll be much the same going forward.
Is there any way to manage like games differently, knowing that might happen? Is it just take earlier shots? I mean, can it be that simple, or is it not that simple?
Well, I think it's simple. If you ask me, I think it's simple if you execute and do what you do. But then it gets down to guys making decisions. What could you do? Put it in one guy's hand and let him make all the decisions. Other teams aren't going to make it as easy for you to do that at times. So when it goes to other guys' hands, they've got to make a decision. And do I think it's simple? Yeah, I think it's all pretty simple. I think trying to get a shot every time down the floor shouldn't be that difficult when you just figure out ways to do things that you don't practice. And you know, a big play in the game was when we put Santiago back in the game and he fouled 80 feet from the basket. We said, whatever you do, you can't foul. And for him to do it 80 feet from the basket, not very smart. And that put more pressure on Jordan Bowden having to handle the ball, Josiah James, where he should have been out there through some of those times. And but that's where he's got to grow up and learn from it.
Would you consider taking a timeout during that run? Would that have helped your team? Do you think it was more?
Again, we come out of timeout sometimes and guys don't do exactly what we do. So to answer your question, do I think a timeout would help? I don't, or I would. I thought it happened. I think what's got to happen is that we got to execute. We played enough games now to know what we're looking for. But they've got to make it happen. And as hard as the other team's trying to stop you from doing it, you got to work that much harder. And there's counters that we have to whatever they're throwing at us that we can come up with. But we need John Fulkerson to play better than he played today. There's no doubt about it. He was not a factor really when you think about it. And we need Santi on the floor more because over 40 minutes, I mean, Eve Pons had to go 39, I think, or a bunch, and then Jordan did it. But we just need consistency. We need to know what we're going to get night in and night out, and we haven't gotten that.
Rick, I know it's no excuse, but is inconsistency expected when you're playing as many young guys as you had to?
Well, I could sit here and tell you with all we've gone through, you could expect it, but I can't because we've talked about it too much, and I think our players are too good to keep making these mistakes. I mean, again, it's hard for me to see it that way, even though, you know, maybe an outside person looking in, but from the inside looking out, no, because I watched Devontae Gaines play his heart out. Played it, again, he's young. I watched him make a lot of big plays today, and it's just, we got to get it from everybody. I mean, I think most teams feel like that they got to have everybody playing, but you need your older guys doing it consistently for you. But again, you cannot turn the ball over the way we do and expect to win basketball games.
Why do you think John Fulkerson was not a factor in that?
Ask him. He'll be in here. You can ask him. So you ask him. I don't know. I can't answer that question. It's got 2 early fouls. And as long as we had the lead, we were going to set him in the first half with the idea that the longer he could sit, because we're always worried about him being fatigued. But he came out at the start of the second half and he wasn't very good. You know, he turned the ball over and wasn't fighting the way he needed to, and turned it over. So again, guys go in and try to make plays that they don't practice. You can't do that. You can't. And but you ask, I can't answer that.
2 more.
Auburn shot 50% in the second half after just 34 in the first. What changed defensively for you guys?
Well, you give up pick sixes and steals. That's it.
An Auburn fan was ejected. Did he call it out?
He doesn't. He's not aware of that situation, so we're not. That's not a question for Tennessee.
Tell me about it. I'd like to know about it. What happened?
We don't need to talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Yeah, we're done. All right.